Hey, what's poppin'? Today we're doing a wasted potential video. The last time I dropped a video like this was 2 years ago, and today's topic is Mortal Kombat. If you don't know, in order to make the list, basically a character gotta have a lot of potential. It's pretty self-explanatory. If a character didn't live up to what they could have done, they can make the list. It'd be a bunch of characters on these lists originally, and I gotta slim it down to a top 10. That's just how it works. It takes a lot of thought and a lot of research as well. So without further ado, we're gonna hop right into it. Coming at number 10 is Goro. Goro is one of the most iconic characters in the Mortal Kombat franchise, but he has one major problem. He keeps getting his ass beat like over and over again. He's supposed to have been undefeated for 500 years, but when us as players meet this guy, he gets whooped on back to back to back. He's even one time he jumped a guy with another dude named Maturo that also had 4 arms against a man named SubZero. Well, Cyber SubZero that only had 2 arms. It just doesn't make sense. How y'all got 8 arms versus 2-armed guy and you get beat? It doesn't even make sense. It's just like when I'm meeting Goro and I'm like fighting him, I was like, there's no way this guy was undefeated for 500 years. It just doesn't make sense if he keeps losing in the story. Like, you're trash. There's no way you were undefeated for 500 years. I don't know. Either Goro needs some more respect or he just isn't living up to his full potential. Like, I'm expecting somebody with Goro's background to impact the story more than he did. Like, do something. Like, show us why you were undefeated for so long. This is a bad rap. You're losing 3 times in a row and you're supposed to be this undefeated champion. Yeah, BS. Coming at number 9 is Maturo. Now, because a lot of you guys don't know who Maturo is, I'll keep this one nice and simple. Mostly because I don't like to explain things, at least down in full detail. Maturo is supposed to rise up and prove to Shao Kahn why he is a better warrior, why his people are better. But because of the Mortal Kombat 9 reboot, Maturo was pushed to the background because of game mechanics. Maturo is like a really difficult character to work with fatalities, crushing blows, as well as like grapples and stuff like that. So, in so many words, Maturo got sold out because of his character design, and the new mechanics just don't work well. So his entire character arc and the war between Goro's people and Maturo's people were pushed into the shadows. And I feel like this is an entire arc that was just missed entirely, and I feel like, yeah, that's obviously wasted potential. Coming at number 8 is Tremor. One of my favorites to use in Mortal Kombat X. 9 times out of 10, I was using Tremor, so this entry is kind of biased. Tremor is one of the most powerful characters in Mortal Kombat. He's very versatile, and I feel like in the right hands, Tremor could have been put into very high places. In terms of power, I would put Tremor up there next to Quan Chi. Like I said before, Tremor is very versatile. He has control over the earth around him, metals, crystals, and even lava, and I think that's pretty cool, especially considering that you can mix and match those powers, making some pretty cool moves. In other words, I feel like Tremor has wasted potential because he's a very talented character. I don't know why you would waste a talented character like Tremor, especially considering he's a ninja just like SubZero and Scorpion, and I feel like he could be just up there with them in powers and maybe could fight one of them one day. Maybe Tremor could be as big of a character as one of those. I know that it's a really big feat, but Tremor has the versatility to do that said thing. Coming at number 7 is Havoc. He's from the Chaos Realm, and he's one of the fucking coolest characters in Mortal Kombat. I say this because he has what I call the rage for Mortal Kombat vs. DC, because he has blood matching, and when paired with the Kamigoku blades, it is so fucking dope. Basically, if you get cut by one of these blades, Havoc now has full control over your actions. And we've seen some pretty crazy stuff, even him taking control of Raiden for a short period of time. And I don't have anything really necessarily bad to say about Havoc. The only thing is we should have seen this on screen, because as gamers, as the Mortal Kombat franchise is mostly known for is gaming, we need to see this on screen. If this was on screen, it's going to be one of the baddest things ever. Unfortunately, it was only in a Mortal Kombat comic, which is cool or whatever, but I feel like Havoc lost a lot of potential, and he is going to go unnoticed for how much power and how cool he was because it wasn't actually on the screen. Imagine what Havoc would look like in Mortal Kombat X. Like if they didn't kill him off before Mortal Kombat X, he would be fucking goated. Coming at number 6 is Takeda. Takeda is a pretty cool character, both being the apprentice of Scorpion and the son of Kenshi. I feel like that is a new direction that was a good choice to take. I feel like out of all the first appearances in Mortal Kombat X, I feel like Takeda was very high on the list for being a very well established character, and he was more than deserving to make an appearance in the next installment of Mortal Kombat, which is confusing because he didn't make an appearance in Mortal Kombat 11, but Jackie Briggs did. I mean, maybe I just don't like Jackie Briggs, but I feel like Takeda was more deserving to make an appearance than she was. And especially with his unique fighting style being a mixture of Kenshi and Scorpion, I feel like that would have been so much more fun than using Jackie Briggs. So really Takeda's on the list because not only does he has an amazing story and he's very well established, but I feel like he's more deserving to make an appearance in the next installment than Jackie was at that time. Coming in number 5 is Baraicho. Baraicho taught Kung Lao and Liu Kang. So his wasted potential is coming straight out the gate, because if you taught the GOATs, why are you so absent in the story? Why are you not in the Mortal Kombat tournaments? Why are you so absent? You just teach people and then go sit in the shade? Like what is you doing, buddy? It's after the 500 years, Earthworm is about to be conquered, and where are you? What you chilling? Nah, it just don't make sense. I feel like if Baraicho truly did If Baraicho truly did teach Kung Lao and Liu Kang how to fight, as well as other Earthrealm defenders over the 500 years, why are you absent? You should be around more. You should be around, and if you're not going to be fighting, you need to be around talking like you Raiden, because you have some type of importance for all of Earthrealm, but you're absent. Literally, I feel like Baraicho should be just more into the story. Even if he's not a playable character, he need to be somebody that's there talking, doing something, guidance ship, something. He just has a backstory. He's like, oh yeah, I taught everybody how to fight, but you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to do anything but sit here and drink. Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I don't know. I feel like his wasted potential is that he could be one of the best fighters. He could be one of the most fun characters to use, but he is literally just absent. Coming at number 4 is probably another character you guys are unfamiliar with, being Sujinko. So I'm going to keep this one very short and very sweet. Sujinko has the ability to steal other characters' power. He also fought one of the strongest characters in the Mortal Kombat universe, hands down. Long story short, he got double crossed by this character named Onaga. Onaga would use Sujinko to collect all the artifacts to get unlimited power. Unknowingly, he would have summoned an even greater foe that would end all life as we know it. But Sujinko stopped Onaga by collecting all the power around him from the living people and basically one-tapping Onaga, stopping him from achieving his goals. All of that takes place in Deception, which Sujinko is the main character. In other words, Sujinko was not only a powerful but a very important character in early Mortal Kombat history, which is weird considering Sujinko was only mentioned once since the reboot of Mortal Kombat 9 in a non-canon power ending for Cassie Cage, in which he died because Cassie Cage mistaken him for Shang Tsung, which is some BS for Sujinko. Coming to number 3 is the one and only Kung Lao. That is my boy. And he's on this list for a very, very simple reason. Is because he's always being outshined by Liu Kang. Obviously, Kung Lao and Liu Kang are a duo, but Liu Kang always outshines Kung Lao in every aspect. I'm not going to speak on it too much because I feel like Mortal Kombat 1, the new release in the timeline reset, is going to give Kung Lao the respect he finally deserves, unless Raiden outshadows him. Then we're going to have a problem. So we'll see. Coming in at number 2 is Shinnok. Shinnok is one of my favorite villains, and I was very, very, very excited to hear that he was an MKX, but once I had played the campaign through, I was not a happy boy. I feel like we're going to use a fallen elder god, do it in a respectful manner. We don't want this Mortal Kombat vs DC treatment. We don't like this. At least I don't. I personally feel like Shinnok was rushed, and he was beat by a new character. Look, I don't care how green Cassie Cage glows. This bitch shouldn't have beat a elder god. Hello? Shinnok is this high on the list because he was literally disrespected so bad as a fallen elder god. It just makes no sense to me why they did this to Shinnok, like, at all. And then he gave him that ugly ass power up. Like, what the? But moving on to the number 1 spot, the character with the most wasted potential in all of Mortal Kombat, the legendary SubZero. SubZero is on this list for one reason and one reason only, and I am so dead serious. He is number 1 spot. Why is he losing to Scorpion every single time? Yeah, it's a biased reason why SubZero is number 1. I literally feel like Mortal Kombat, look, I love Mortal Kombat, but I feel like it would be so much more enjoyable if it was a mystery of who's going to win the next fight, Scorpion or SubZero. Imagine every single time a Mortal Kombat trailer drops or a cinematic drops, you're wondering who's going to win this encounter. Nope. It's always Scorpion. It doesn't matter what happens. Scorpion's just whooping out of SubZero every single time. I get tired of it. I'm Team Sub. But I'm saying I'm Team Sub all day, and I'm Team Sub for the most part because it's just disrespectful at this point. You just keep on beating Sub for no reason. Ed Boom loves him some fucking Scorpion. I like me some Sub. Get Sub some W's. I want to see Sub win. Yeah, so he's number one. He's number one because it is a potential loss, because there's no mysteries who's going to win between Scorpion or SubZero. It's going to be Scorpion every time. Alright guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for making it to this point. I don't have too much to say for an outro, but if you guys want to follow me on Instagram or join my Discord, the links will be in the description. And yeah, once again, thank you guys so much.